Smackdown Live. And this is just a mini discussion of the show tonight. The same thing like I did with Raw last night. I'm gonna do the same thing with Smackdown Live. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna discuss a few brief points that stood out to me that was most interesting, and I like the way that the show kicked off. It kicked off with Paige in the ring, introducing, welcoming everyone to the show. And then she introduced the SmackDown Live Women's Champion Becky Lynch, who made her return from her concussion injury that she faced a week before Survivor Series. Incredible pop for Becky Lynch, like always. She's loved by everyone, even though she's a heel at this point. But I like the way that, I love the women superstars and the way that they've excelled over the years in this company. Because back in the day, 2010, 11, the women, they were called divas, and they didn't get as many opportunities as they get right now. So I'm just excited about the women right now. And when Mandy Rose and all the other women came out to state their claim, I agreed. I think as much as I like Charlotte Flair personally, I feel that she's getting a lot of opportunities at the championship. And women like Sonya Deville, like Naomi, like Carmella are not getting that many opportunities at the championship. But I agree with what Paige did when she set a battle royal to determine the number one contender. Now, me personally, Asuka is one of my favorites right now on the SmackDown roster. And she's been doing incredibly well. They've been underutilizing Asuka a little bit as of late, but I think her winning this battle royal tonight really stood out, and it proved that Asuka deserves an opportunity to be champion. She was undefeated for 2 years. She was the longest reigning NXT Women's Champion in history, so she deserves to be a champion right now. And her having that opportunity to compete in the first ever TLC match for the women for the championship, I think Asuka has a great chance to win that matchup. Now I'm going to switch gears to the Randy Orton thing. Now Randy Orton is one of the greatest of all time, a legend in this industry. The thing between him and Rey Mysterio is pretty good to me. I think that the way they booked this thing, Randy Orton is a vicious and despicable human being as a heel, and he constantly disrespects Mysterio's culture. When he ripped that mask off of Mysterio's face, that definitely was disrespecting the culture. No matter how anyone looks at it, it's disgusting. But it puts Orton over as a heel big time because everyone loves Orton. I don't care if you want to boo him, you want to turn him heel, he gets a reaction, and people love him. But when you allow Randy Orton to do vicious acts like what he's been doing as of late, it's hard to like the guy, I should say, because of the things he's been doing. But I like it. I think Orton and Mysterio, the feud is gonna be great. Two legends. They've both been in this business for a long time, and I think that when they go toe to toe one more time, it's gonna be a great match. Hopefully, Mysterio can somehow find a way to put all of these things out of his mind, because he has been tortured. Just like tonight, he was destroyed again. Mysterio, Orton just dominated him, and it's being booked well. So I'm looking forward to seeing those two guys go at it one-on-one in the near future. Also, I want to talk about this thing with this Sheamus and Cesaro thing. Great team, 5-time champions. They had a match tonight against the Usos, who are also former 5-time champions. Like I said, two incredible teams, but it feels like to me that the bar is kind of disintegrating a little bit. I mean, they had a falling out with the Big Show, who helped them become champions. Big Show knocked out Cesaro, and then they had a match tonight with the Usos in a losing effort. So I'm hitting towards, that maybe they're about to lose the titles in the near future. Maybe the Usos are about to become champions again. I'm not sure, but I just, this thing with, the Usos is pretty redundant to me. Yeah, the Usos are one of the best tag teams right now, but it's like the same thing over and over again. The same teams getting opportunities. The same teams getting opportunities. The New Day, the Usos, Sheamus and Cesaro. When you have teams like Gallows and Anderson, you have teams like Primo and Epico of the Colognes. You have many great teams over there on the Blue Brands roster. Sanity, who just burst on the scene, who's an incredible threat to anybody on the roster. Yet the Usos and the New Day are constantly in the picture, are constantly in the forefront of this tag division and in the title picture. I have no problem with the Usos, picking up big wins and getting title shots, but I think that other teams deserves an opportunity. It goes back to the women. More women just in Charlotte deserves an opportunity at a championship. More teams deserve an opportunities at the tag team titles. It's just a fact. But the way things are running on the Blue brand, I think is pretty good. It's my favorite brand. Definitely, I think it's an opportunity type brand. Whereas on Raw, you don't it's a stacked brand. You have too much talent to go over. Like Jinder Mahal, when he was on the Blue brand, he was the WWE champion, and now on Monday Night Raw, he's just diminished. He's not getting many opportunities. He's losing, and it's pretty bad. But yeah, I just wanted to discuss a few things, and and I feel that Jinder Mahal should be, a champion again. I think that he has to, get to the point where he was, a year ago when he was on the Blue brand. He was the U.S. champion, the WWE champion. But I think he's gonna get there. He's getting closer and closer. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna talk about one more thing, and that's gonna be with this thing with like how things are just being ran. We have we had the Miz and Shane McMahon thing. Now I don't know what the direction is with the Miz right now. I don't know if the Miz is turning face. I don't know if the Miz is gonna be actual partners with Shane McMahon. But this thing is not. I don't know, because the Miz lost to a jobber last week, a joke, who we don't even know his name. And then he lost again this week to Kingston. So I'm trying to figure out what they're going to do with the Miz, where they're headed with his career. And, I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen here. And finally, AJ Styles. He made his big return tonight. He spoke out about Daniel Bryan and his actions, and he spoke out about certain things, the way Bryan beat him for the title, and how he viciously assaulted him after the match was over. And me personally, I've been watching Daniel Bryan since he came in 2010, and I don't think that this kind of Daniel Bryan is what a lot of people expected and like. Because Daniel Bryan is a babyface. The yes movement. Every arena you go into, everyone's chanting yes. And now he gets booed out of the arena when he comes in, and he's this vicious animal now. Whereas on the other hand, you have the phenomenal AJ Styles, who was champion for 371 days. He really ran the Blue Brands division. And Daniel Bryan shocked the world when he took a shortcut, which he says, quote unquote, I don't take shortcuts, but I play by the rules. He ended up taking a shortcut, low blowing AJ Styles to beat him for the title. Like I said, Daniel Bryan is one of my personal favorites. AJ Styles is another one of my personal favorites. But my personal feelings aside, I think that this is a great rivalry. It's going to be great. And at TLC, there's going to be a match for the WWE title. And it's going to steal the show. I mean, that's going to be the match of the night. AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan. So, everyone, I'm going to end this discussion right now. And, we'll talk to you guys December 18th for the full official podcast. Have a nice day out there, guys. And we'll see you December 18th.